We'll start with a bhajan. Today is Saturday. We have bhajan for every day. Like this. Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, 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 Tirupati Rupa Govinda, Tirupati Rupa Govinda, Tirumala Vasa Govinda, Tirumala Vasa Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Purana Purusha Govinda, Purana Purusha Govinda, Pundarikaksha Govinda, Pundarikaksha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Apad Bandhava Govinda, Apad Bandhava Govinda, Anatha Rakshaka Govinda, Anatha Rakshaka Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Bhaktavatsala Govinda, Bhaktavatsala Govinda, Bhagavata Priya Govinda, Bhagavata Priya Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Venkataramana Govinda, Venkataramana Govinda, Sankataharana Govinda, Sankataharana Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Tirupati Rupa Govinda, Tirupati Rupa Govinda, Tirumala Vasa Govinda, Tirumala Vasa Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha 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 Govinda. Please explain the meaning of the word Bhagavad Pada. Generally, we use the word Bhagavad Pada for Shankaracharya ji. The meaning is Bhagavantau Padau Yasya. Sanskrit. Those who don't know grammar, they don't have to bother about it. It means the one whose feet are Bhagavanto, means glorious. Bhaga means glory. Bhagavan means the one who is endowed with glories. So Bhagavanto Pado Vyasya, the one who has got glorious feet. And the feet stands for the core of the personality. Means the feet is that on which person stands. Isn't it? You stand on your feet. So the feet represents the person. And therefore, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, we call him Bhagavat Pada, means his feet are glorious, means he himself is glorious. When his feet are glorious, what to talk about himself? That is the meaning. So it is a word which expresses our respect, our reverence to Shankaracharya ji, or anybody it can be said, Bhagavat Pada. But generally this word is used for Shankaracharya. We have worldwide internet system established today on, and anyone can access this internet service through a device and connect anyone else anywhere located on the globe. This is similar to the concept that all minds are connected to the universal mind. Whether the idea or principle used the above is desired from the or is derived from Upanishad theory in the above your views. It can say we have this teaching given in Shastra that Vyashti Manaha Samashti Manaha. So we have something similar to that. That Vyashti Manaha is the mind which a jiva has, an individual has. Samashti Manaha, we call it Hiranyagarbha Upadhi. So we have this. There is a networking or totality of the mind. That particular teaching is there. So we can say that they are, all of them are interconnected, and the totality of all the mind is called Hiranyagarbha or Hiranyagarbha Upadhi. Yes. We can say, but don't expect, Swamiji, can I get connected to your mind? Expectation will be that. No, you cannot connect it unless you have got some yogic power. There is some yogic power. If you do some sadhana, then you can get connected to other person's mind. How nice it would be? Will it be nice? We are not able to handle our own mental problems. So imagine you have to know other mental problems. When Swamiji was telling me that in Sandipani, Bombay, there was one person who had come as a guest or he was a student, but he had done some yoga sadhana, because of which he could connect his mind to others' mind and he can know what is happening in their mind. And he used to feel very much disturbed. Why? Because in meditation he was seeing that all people what they are thinking. Imagine you have this and tomorrow you try it. So you will be disturbed, no? See, the people are supposed to meditate, and whatever they are thinking about their shoes, they are thinking about breakfast, they are thinking about their enemies. So it is good. Sometimes, in Hindi they say Raj ko Razi rehne do. So let secret remain secret. Otherwise, problem. The Swami said, no, ignorance is bliss sometimes. So we don't have such connection, but there is a Hiranyagarbha Upadhi which can connect with all the minds. So we look upon that as Samashti Upadhi, and who alone is available as Vyashti Upadhi. That particular view is there. Upanishad have no author, but it is collated information available then in the globe. no computer or internet was available then, how this amazing task was executed then, men, man-made concepts undergoes a continuous changes, improvement process with them. But Upanishads have no change, modification with time. They are valid today also, or more valuable now with time. How this is possible? Because it is coming from the Lord. If you and me do, then we'll have expiry date. So, but Bhagwan's says creation, Bhagwan's manifestation, this Vedic teaching is coming from him, and he wants it to have it because many people have done some punya, and for punya to be fructified in this manner, in the manner of the opportunity to get freedom, this has to be there. So whatever is required to fructify your punya has to be there. And so shastras are required because you have some punya. Punya means the invisible result of right action. What is punya? Invisible result of right action. What is papam? Invisible result of wrong action. Pratishidha karma janya adrishta phalam is called papam. Vihita karma janya adrishta phalam is called punya. This Sanskrit I said. Same thing what I said in English I told you. So invisible result of right action. Like you helped somebody. Person was in need, you helped. And afterwards you didn't see the person. So you did not have opportunity to even reciprocate. Then you did something and it will create some invisible result. That is called punya. And if you just push somebody, because you wanted to go fast, push somebody and you felt of that person, was hurt, then it will create some invisible result. In fact, he could not catch you and therefore nothing happened to you that time. But it created some invisible result. That is called papam. Generally, we don't translate the word papam with sin, even though it is a very tempting to do that. But generally, Puja Swamiji used to say, we don't translate the word papam with sin. We only say papam. An American will say papa, papa. Australian will say papa. So that's what. But we generally don't say sin. Why we don't say? Even though we can translate, it conveys something similar, but the word sin has got some different connotation. And when you use the word, all connotation comes along with it. Connotation means the idea associated with connotation. So connotation comes along with it. And that is why Swamiji, this is the tradition. This is his grace that he made us very sensitive about it. That you use the word in such a way that it does not create misunderstanding. So he was very, very particular about it. And therefore, we are following that, and therefore we, as far as possible, we avoid using the word sin. We tell and we withdraw it. You know what is generally known as sin? That is papam. But papam is something different from sin. Means in the sense that it has no, that original sin concept is not there. We don't have original sin. That somebody made mistake and that is inherited by you. That is original sin. That we don't accept. We look upon our, this ancestors and the first father, first mother in the form of Brahmaji, and we adore them. We don't say because of his mistake we are here. We say because of their blessings we are here. What a different outlook. It gives you good self-esteem. We are going to study this Shvetashvatar, the Devas are Amrutasya Putraha. We also can be looked upon as Amrutasya Putraha. You are not progeny of sin. So therefore we avoid using the word sin. Punyam and papam. We have explained what is punyam, we have explained what is papam, therefore we can use it. Okay. So because of that punyam, this shastra has to be there. And the person has said that, oh, computer was not there, internet was not there. Without computer, internet also we were achieving quite a bit. It is not that after only we have started achieving. Now we have become so much computer dependent. Like 9 into 7 into 2 is that people require computer calculator now. So we were doing, 9 to 7 to 3. Mental sum used to do. Nowadays difficult. But it is, in those days they were doing possible. And moreover, we have commitment, then we invoke energy. Energy comes from your commitment. You see, when you are committed to something, you will see lot of energy in you. When you don't have commitment, you will see you have no energy. Commitment gives you energy. So they had commitment. And therefore they did it. And thank God, we thank them, we are very grateful to them. Therefore, we have got one yagna called Brahma Yagna, in which we offer our gratitude to rishis every day. Alright, so this many questions only were there. Anybody else? Any question? Mic is there. If you don't have questions, give it.
Pranam Swamiji, would you like to throw some light on happiness and grades of happiness?
Yes. This topic of happiness comes in Ananda Mimamsa, Taittiriya Upanishad. In Shastra, we define happiness like this. Anukula Vedaniyam Sukham. That is one definition. The state of the mind which is favorable to yourself, which you are comfortable with. Nobody says, oh, I'm so bored with happiness. Does anybody say that? You may be bored with a person. Therefore, it's called Anukula Vedaniyam Sukham. And another definition, very interesting definition. Another one is Anya Icha Anadena Icha Vishaya Sukham. That is, I will explain that in English, but this is the definition. Anya Icha Anadena Icha Vishaya Sukham. Correct now? What does it mean? It means happiness is the object of that desire which is not dependent upon any other desire. I will explain to it be clear. Most of you must have worked or working. So why do you work? Job. Why do you do a job or business?
Insecurity.
Some money. Some money you get. Why do you want money? So your desire for job is dependent upon your desire for money or some security, whatever you call it. If you do not want that, if you do not want money or whatever, this kick it is giving to you, you don't want that, then you will not do the job. You do the job because you want money or anything that job is giving to you. So your desire for job is dependent upon your desire for money or money-like things. And why do you want money? Money, not directly happiness, we don't go. Money we want because money buys things. If money doesn't buy things, suppose. If money doesn't buy, so government said no currency value. Barter system. You know what is barter system? Yes. Barter system, exchange. I give you clip, you give me paper or something. So money you want because you want to buy things. So your desire for money is dependent upon desire for things, comforts. Why do you want comforts? because comforts give me happiness. So your desire for comfort also is what? Is dependent upon desire for happiness. Now if I ask you, why do you want happiness? No answer. This is what something I want to. I want. So my desire for happiness is not dependent upon any other desire. Therefore, what our acharyas, they define happiness in this manner also. Happiness is the object of that desire which is not dependent upon any other desire. Alright, that is okay. Is simple Swami ji, ये बहुत थोड़ा कठिन हो गया. Please, Swami ji, we are generally telling all things simple manner. Why you made it so complicated? To wake you up. Okay, what I will tell it in simple manner. What it means that what everyone fundamentally wants is happiness, and happiness is a state of the mind which is comfortable, which one likes to remain in. That is what happiness is. And this happiness is graded in our Shastra, and we have got three names for that. Priya, Moda, Pramoda. Three names are there. Priya means pleasant. Then Moda. Moda means more pleasant. And Pramoda. Pramoda means it is ecstasy or most happy state. Priya, Moda, Pramoda. When you are listening to the class, some people will have feeling of Priya. Some people will have Moda. Some people have Pramoda. Some people will have what? Dukha. Again, so ये अभी 8:35 हुआ है. So when will it be 9 o'clock? It depends. I don't mind, So if somebody is, getting bored with it, then I feel that Bhagavan is making me instrument to exhaust his papa. If somebody is happy, Bhagavan is making me instrument to exhaust his punyam, encashing the punyam. That's what it is. I should not take abhimana. Oh, see, I am making so many people happy. Then I have to take the blame also, no? I am making so many people bored also. Alright. So Sukha is defined in Shastra in this manner. The state which is favorable to everybody. And Priya, Moda, Pramoda. These three states are there. And one important thing is talked about in our Shastra. Shankaracharya talks about in that particular topic that happiness does not come primarily because of the things you have. The main decisive factor for happiness is your punya. This is a very important thing to know. Don't think that you have money, therefore will be happy. There are many moneyed people who commit suicide. Are you hearing? One rich man in America, he recently committed suicide. One billionaire committed suicide. Many actors committing suicide. Are you hearing? Reading? Many actors are committing suicide. They have a lot of money. So money doesn't make you happy. I don't say money makes you unhappy also. Money, one can be happy and one can have money also. So don't have such thing that all people who have money are unhappy. I don't agree with that. Money doesn't make you happy. Money doesn't make you unhappy. Money is a factor which can be responsible for comforts, and that comforts can become nimitta for your happiness. So money is not a guarantee for happiness. No money also is not a guarantee for happiness. If somebody has got problem because of money and he throws away money, Do you think he will be happy? He will be doubly unhappy. Why? Because earlier whatever problem he had, and plus now money is not there. He has to handle this without money. So having money, not having money, having relatives, not having relatives, all these are not decisive factor. What is decisive factor? You are having the currency of punyam in your account. That is why some people without having much money they are happy. And some people with money also they are happy. Some people with relatives they are happy. Some people without relatives also happy. How is it possible? So decisive currency for happiness, relative happiness. Atyantika Ananda is from Atma only, but even relative happiness, if you want to have Putra Sukham, happiness based on Nimitta, happiness for which son is Nimitta, good son you have and you are happy, that is because of Punya. Your good son is only the Nimitta, born with Nimitta means the basis because of Punya. You have good teacher or good student, good Punya. See, I'm so lucky, my Punya means so much, so many good students are there. So, Punyam is the most important thing. Therefore, you want to be even relatively happy in life, earn Punyam. How? Two ways are there to earn Punyam. One is reaching out activities. Share what you have. Whatever. I'm not going to ask you for donation, etc. Don't worry, Swamiji is now preparing the background. He has brought some appeals. I don't have any such appeal. And so, whatever you have the mind to give. If you have mind to give, then Bhagavan will give you things to share with others. I have seen that. When you have mind to share, you always get things to share. Always. This is I have seen in my own life. When I have heart to give, somehow things come. If not money, whatever we have. At least in Shastra they say, at least good words, sweet words. In that way are you becoming miserly? Vachane ka daridrata, in Shastra very beautifully said. He said, at least in using sweet words, why are you being miserly? Being miserly? Just share. If you have some time and somebody needs your time, that is very important. Swamiji told me that we should give our time. Only money I cannot give. It is very difficult to part with. Hard earned money, I can't part. Time I can give, I have a lot of time. So you go to your neighbor and say, I want to give some time, Dhanam. So no, not to those who don't need your time. Otherwise, it will cause some papam. So, or his punya will be exhausted, whatever. Or sorry, papam will be exhausted, not punya, his papam will be exhausted. Anyway, so if you have something, have the mind to share. Sharing brings punya because it is a good action, right action, the action which is prescribed by the Shastra. And other thing is prayers, doing japa, doing dhyanam, doing parayana means chanting of the stotras, Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, any Hanuman Chalisa, anything which is prescribed, given in our Shastra tradition, chant. Japa you do, meditation on Ishvara you do, all will earn you punya. And punyam is the basis for your relative happiness and also for spiritual opportunities. See, many people had registered, but all of them could not come. Even that might have paid money also. But still, last minute they had to cancel. Requires some punya. And therefore, earn as much punyam as possible. In whatever way you can, then that will give you relative happiness. That will give you the opportunities to grow in life. That is our ananda. So much is there about happiness, but this is relevant to this. Yes, yes.
Reading something.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Among all the Shanti mantras, the Purnamada Purnamidam, Om Shanti, the Anudata is below the Sha rather than Ti. Can you explain?
Yes. Okay, he is referring to the Shanti Patha. Last one is what? Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In Sahana Bhavatu when we chant Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So T down, then last T up. Shanti Shanti Shanti. But in Purnamada Purnamidam, it is, I will not chant because people will get up. So, so last is what? Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So people generally enthusiastic, ready to get up and go, therefore they don't hear, but there is a difference. Here, Sha is down. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The lights is not up. There are also people who up. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So this is how this swara difference is there because other other Shanti Patha belong to other Vedas, whereas this Purnamada belongs to Shukla Yajurveda. And Shukla Yajurveda, that is how these swaras are. Now, we cannot say why that swara is, but it is the swara in the Shukla Yajurveda. So the swara difference is there. Swara means intonation. Is there because of the Veda difference. And of course, there is a Swara Shastra, which will be, and also there is a Pratishakya Shastra for each Vedas. In that, more details will be there. I can give you the address where you can work. Pratishakya will be there. Pratishakya means the scripture dealing with the chanting of particular Vedas. Rigveda Pratishakya will be there.
Pranam Swamiji, Hare Krishna. This question is on behalf of my younger daughter. She is 5-year-old and the youngest camp member. Yeah, he's the youngest camp member. The question is that just discussing 2 weeks back, he was saying that there are 2 Atma daddy, a good Atma, a bad Atma. I did mean beta Atma is only one. जो परमात्मा को हम लोग याद करते हैं आत्मा is one body आत्मा and परमात्मा. But today when in the satsang second class, we were putting Bhagavad Gita shloka. So then it reminds me of shloka of Bhagavad Gita. It reminds me one shloka of Bhagavad Gita where Bhagwan has told us that आत्मा ही आपका मित्र है और आत्मा ही आपका शत्रु बन सकता है. तो वहाँ पे मैं कंफ्यूज हो गया हूँ स्वामी जी कि अब मेरी बेटी जो बोल रही है क्या वो सही है या मैं सही हूँ या भगवद गीता का श्लोक सही है. धन्यवाद.
सही है. See, in Shastra, the word Atma is used in different ways, with different meanings. In Kathopanishad, the word Atma is used in the sense of body. Atmendriya manoyuktam bhoktetyahur manishina. So there, Atma has got the meaning of the body. And in that shloka which you quoted, Uddhared Atmana Atmanam, there Atma refers to the mind or the entire body mind says complex. In Shastra, the word Atma is used for different entities where we have got I notion. Body also I call I, therefore body also is called Atma. So Shastra goes along with us. We are calling this body as I, so Shastra sometimes uses that word. For mind also, we say I am disturbed, you say, so I am disturbed, his mind is disturbed. So I use the word I for the mind, therefore the mind also is called Atma. So in some context, the word Atma is used for the mind, and in that context, mind or the entire body mind sense complex, in that context we say our own body mind sense complex has to cooperate with our body mind sense complex to lift up. But the ultimate meaning, the primary meaning of the Atma, the word Atma, we are going to talk about it tomorrow in our class if you come. Atma means consciousness, and that is one only, which we will see tomorrow. Alright. Any other question?
Pranam Swamiji,
Say,
in continuation of the same earlier question,
yes.
Atma, Paramatma, Brahma and Parabrahma. So I got confused with that. Whether all these four are synonyms or Ishwar is something different from all these concepts.
All these questions will be answered tomorrow. All this will come.
Okay.
Upcoming reason. Arrivals, so it's coming. Tomorrow we will ask, but answering your question, Brahma and Parabrahma ultimately same. Only from the reference of Upadhi, the words are used. Upadhi and all this I will explain. Yes. See, you saved yourself by asking question. Otherwise, I was about to say, if you don't ask question, I will ask you question. So good. Based on the class, know what we have done, I generally ask question. Okay.
Pranam Guruji,
Namaste.
my question is, how to determine the ancestors' Papa Punya? It will come with us, and what is the remedy for it?
Generally, ancestors Punya Papa don't come to you. Your Punya Papa alone will be encased by you, and since you are born in that family, so it will look like that you are inheriting. Really speaking, you are exhausting your own Punya Papa. But you will be, if not you, if a person is having his own Papam, he will be born in the family where certain adverse situation will be continuing. So it will look like that he is inheriting the Papa of others. You don't inherit Papa of others, Punya of others. You will be exhausting your own karma only. But since you are born in that setup, because of your karma, it will look like that. You don't inherit the Punya Papa of your forefathers and sisters.
Balance sheet is perfectly maintained for the individual.
But it will look like that. What you are saying, experientially or apparently, it will look like that. But it is not because of them. It is because of the person who is born in that family. Everybody carries his own cross. You carry your own cross.
This in the TV program.
Yeah. Keep it brief, huh? Yes.
In a TV program, I saw a program in which mother and daughter was presenting an activity. Daughter was presenting and mother was presented as a support to her. So she was, folded with this thing. Eyes were completely closed. Then members asked her to read, identify pictures and all those things. So she correctly identified. Then the review staff had a doubt whether any malpractice has been done in that. So they removed that these things and put another black cloth and dressed them. Then to their satisfaction, then again repeated the same exercise. She was able to read and identify everything. Then people asked him how you are able to see this. See, by practice and meditation, she got her third eye opened. That was the answer given by her. So that happens even now, because the
What is the
third
question? You come to your question.
third of that is really happening third eye, because it's a new thing for us actually.
Ah, yes, we say it is possible. There are some yogic shakti in Yoga Sutra, that Vibhuti Pada is there, where all these powers are talked about. If somebody has done either in this janma or perhaps in previous janma, it is possible. Whether it is third eye or not, but yogic power is there, where any obstruction is not an obstruction for the person. It is possible. But it's not a very big thing. I would not like to spend my 10, 15 years for that. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to tell this story. He said, one person learned this art of walking on water. It is not art, it is a siddhi of walking on water. Then he was asked, how many years you spent on that? 12 years. And how much it cost from going from this bank to that bank? 1 rupee in those days. So for 1 rupee thing, you spend your 12 years. So one has to see the worthlessness of it. Not that it's a great savourism, no? Not that, no, I can't do it, therefore no. I see, even right now I cannot do, but even if I can do, I would not like to do. Therefore, in Yoga Sutra, it is called that all these siddhis are antaraya, they are obstacles. They are these obstacles in Yoga Sutra itself. After describing siddhis, Patanjali says they are obstacles, so we should not go for it. If it happens, you are doing some yoga practice and it comes, it's okay. You should not work for, you need not work for it. If moksha, freedom is your goal. Yes. All right. Anything else? Yes. Amma, please. Okay. You ask no, so later on get a chance.
Namaskaram, Swamiji. How to create a positive energy at home? It means how we ensure that always a positive energy at home.
Yes. You try to do lot of chanting in the house, and always there are some suktas available on YouTube also. Samvada Sukta. So that Samvada Sukta means there will be harmony. Samvadadvam, Samvadadvam. So there will be harmony. So you play those suktas in that, and this horror movies and fighting movies and all those can be reduced. That if you can reduce, and more prayers, and every day morning you pray, let there be harmony and positive energy in this house. And at night you say, thank you Bhagavan for creating positive energy and peace in the house. All right, somebody else, last one.
Pranam Swamiji.
Yes.
My first question is, you said fighting movies can be reduced at the home. But nowadays there are lots of real-time news about fighting and crime. So what is the...
So those also can be reduced. You see the headlines only, headlines. If required, headlines you see in the beginning, headline, or at the end you see the headlines. You need not see the whole news. See, we have to sacrifice in our life to get something now. You want positive energy in the house. So you have to sacrifice, and sacrificing is this much. You reduce those things which are creating this type of, I don't use the word negative, this non-positive.
Swamiji, it was said about Purnamada Shanti Mantra that it has a significance why it is chanted at the end of the class. Can it be chanted in the beginning, or is there
Yes, it is chanted in the beginning when you are studying Ishavasya Upanishad, when you are studying Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is chanted in the beginning. And the teacher has to tell, this is the beginning Shanti Pata, don't get up and go. It is chanted. In the beginning also chanted, but it is chanted only for those two Upanishads. Because the Shanti part of those two Upanishads is Purnamada. And coming to your question, why it is chanted at the end? Because the meaning of that mantra is that finally Purnam eva avashishyate. Avashishyate means remains. That was Purnam, this is Purnam, and from Purnam alone Purnam comes. And when you focus on Purnam, of the Purnam, what remains is Purnam only. It is a very profound mantra, but the last quarter of the mantra says that what finally remains is Purnam. So with all those class or whatever we have done, what finally remains is Purna Paramatma. So that is the spirit. What remains is Purnam. And also word Purnam marks the completion. Therefore it is chanted at the end.
Swamiji, I have a complimentary question, one associated question on this. The Sahana Bhavatu, when we chant, it makes a sense that we are going to start a new thing, good auspicious thing, so we should have that bhavana. But about this Purnamadaha, is both Upanishad are for the different stages of the student?
Different?
Stages of the student, because we are not want any grace of Ishvara, we are talking about a vision of the Shastra. Is it for the different students?
Yeah, so I will talk about it. There are various types of Shanti Mantra. Vastu Nirdesha Rupa Shanti Mantra, Guru Namaskar Rupa Shanti Mantra, like that different types are there. Ishwara Namaskar Rupa Shanti Mantra. Therefore, it is one type of Shanti Mantra. And it is associated with particular Upanishad. And so the student who has studied who has studied this Shweta Shwetara will come to that also. And therefore, it is not that one student is higher or other is not higher. These are different ways of connecting with Ishvara. One way of connecting with Ishvara is appreciating his true nature. Another way of connecting is asking for the grace. In that also Shanti, Shanti, Shanti has got the prayer of removal of obstacles. No? So it is that. We can see prayer part in that mantra also. Purnamada also we can see. So shall we do Purnamada now? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Tomorrow morning we will have